real quick, my thoughts on stayed in my world with training and rehab, which are the same thing. There is no division. You don't rehab differently than you train. If it confuses you, go back into my videos because I covered it. Training is training no matter what state of being you're in. Two questions I have people ask all the time. I get people to ask themselves all the time when they're listing all the people they've gone to and all the effects and how good they felt and all this. Like, does it make sense? That's one question. And is it working? It doesn't make sense everybody's covering because everyone's using the same word. Shit, people are watching, like memorizing Cassie and my videos and just parroting exactly what we say. And everyone's like, oh my God, they're saying the same thing you are. And all you got to do is go into their website or go into one of their videos past that, some example of what they're talking about, and it's not even close. So does it make sense? That's kind of an easy one because anybody can kind of pitch you that. But here's the kicker. If it makes sense, that's fine. Then it should work. Because if it's true with a capital T, it always works. That's why divisions of medicine don't make any sense because they don't work for every person. They don't work for every case. It's always, well, yeah, I did this, or I practiced this. Did it work for you? Did it work for this? Well, no, I needed help. I needed to go ahead and go out to this and get this other treatment done, or this other division of medicine done, or this other style of training done. Then it's not true. It doesn't work that way. So true training, which is rehab, true training, true healing, is it working? And the concept of flare-ups, this is what bothers me extensively. Because we have a lot of people going, oh my God, this is working because I felt better. That's fine. We all know symptoms though, and the feelings you have are feelings of healing. The sensations you have are sensations of healing. So you feeling better immediately or for a short term isn't a representation of much, because you can do a shitload and get a small response really quickly, as they're doing with passive treatments. All passive treatments: chiropractic, acupuncture, Reiki, massage, energy work, TRT, MAT, ART, lasers, Graston, ultrasound, E-stem, you name it. And you can go into any symptom. I feel better, therefore it worked. But did your thing flare up? Did whatever you went in for keep coming back? Did whatever you go in for, is it still present? And that's what we have. It's like, no, it made sense and it worked. But I have the occasional flare up like every 3 months or so. Or I have the occasional flare up every month or so. Or I just have to wear a brace when I walk now. Or I just have to sit perfectly and then it doesn't flare up. Or I have to sleep in this way to where it doesn't aggravate me. Or I have to, if I think the right thoughts all the time and I do my meditations and I write shit on a post-it note and I go and get my vitamin D from the sun because that's what I've reduced it down to. Or if I warm up before I surf, or if it's like, oh my God. So it made sense and it worked with all these conditions. Fuck. Work is work. If it works, you're done. Now, injuries, every injury, if you are not to a higher functional level, strength, everything that you were before the injury, it didn't work. Because that's the true nature of how the body is. That's what it does. And when you're training truly, this is the expectation and the did it work result. It always works. I have this trick Achilles and this trick ankle. Then it didn't, what you're doing is not working. I have these flare-ups, I have this stiffness, I have this, but it is, I am 48 or I am 67 or I was a former ballet dancer or I do sit for an extended period of time. Doesn't matter. It doesn't make any bit of difference what circumstance, what condition, what transaction you create. If it works, it works. If it's true training, it works every single time. Just like in Cassie's world, if it's true medicine, it works every single time. It's not conditional. It's not only if this, or only in this type person, or only for this label, or only with this set of labs, or only with this imaging, or only at this age, or only with these conditions. It doesn't work that way. So the whole concept of flare-ups and managing this and this, that's a beautiful signal of it's not working. So does it make sense? Everybody's making sense because everybody's saying the same shit. And they're memorizing the same shit, and they're teaching them scripts and these degrees and licenses, which is part of the reason why I say there is no degree or license or certification. If anybody's holding any degree, license, or certification, they don't know what they're doing, because none of the degrees, license, or certifications stand for anything, and that means all of them for human healing, true conditions of human healing. They're all making sense, but is it working? Because when you heal, you heal. You're not dealing with anything moving past. You're done. There is no flare-up. There is no protection because you had that former injury. The former injury isn't even a memory. You almost forgot about it because you exceeded it so much. You pushed yourself to every boundary. It's done. It's over. So I want those truths to come through. Is it working? Does it make sense? Is it working? Does it make sense? Is it working? And the is it working? They've clouded you with beauty and everyone's hot. Oh, but they're so hot and they're so cute and their videos are so... Is it working? Bottom line, is it working? Well, for 3 months I feel a little better. Well, I mean, I felt better when I left his office. No, is it fucking working? If it's working, you're done. You don't have to worry about it. The beauty part is if it works in training, when it works in true training, you're having new injuries. Because you're living so damn high and you're taking these risks and you're expressing this courage and you're living this life that carries these adventures. And with adventure, that's why the body is designed the way it does, so that when we have this breakdown, the body signals us to make changes, signals us that it's healing, signals us with sensations, no matter what the environment entails. So it's a steady climb till your last breath. It's not this eventual decline and we just do the best we can. Make sure you change my diaper when I get older, kids. Fuck you. It's not a reality. That's a choice. Is it working? Does it make sense? Is it working? If it works every time. And works is to the highest level that you've ever functioned at. To the greatest level of your being. Before the injury, you are even higher than that. Well, I had a hip replacement. Doesn't matter. Well, I tore this and that. Doesn't matter. Well, the imaging shows this. Doesn't matter. Makes no sense. Imaging doesn't mean anything anyway. Well, I am 80. Doesn't matter. Well, I have 10 kids. Doesn't matter. But I'm single and 10 kids. Doesn't matter. But I own 3 businesses. Doesn't matter. But I'm a farmer. Doesn't matter. But I don't want to do the work. Matters. So ask those 2 questions with whoever you're employing. Ask those 2 questions, whatever your state of being is. Ask those 2 questions. Does it make sense? Not really hard to sell that. Fucking everything makes sense because everyone's saying the same shit. Is it working? Can't hide from that one, especially in the practitioner. I can't tell you. And I want to revisit this. A number of times I've had, nobody's allowed to shadow anymore. That was done. That was the Trevor Funk rule. He shit the bed on that one and ruined it for everybody else. So nobody's allowed to shadow anymore. But I had practitioners, chiropractors and lasers and massage therapists and yogis and Pilates fucks and all these people come in and shadow and they sell this and they're master level trainers at doing this. And then when they get down to it, they're like, well, they've got XYZ injuries, it's still nagging. They got like 3 or 4 things. Wait, you're a chiropractor that sells an electrical modality. You say you heal people and do all this. You're a massage therapist that do this. You're a Reiki person that, well, I need help with but you're saying that what you're selling is doing that. You are a walking billboard for why nobody should do what you do. It won't ever work. For the long term. Again, not these little flare-ups, not for the short term. Just start observing, start asking questions. And also, if you're a practitioner and you're not functioning better every day than you were previous, what the fuck are you selling? Stop. We don't need more practitioners. I've said this over and over, and I will literally state this. Is it working and does it make sense? Is it working? Does it make sense? Is it working? Flare-ups are bullshit. A sign that it's not working. All right. My God. Look at this. Let's go. Let's work it.